don't worry, you're not hallucinating. I'm actually driving. Don't like to drive, but the wind right now could literally, I fear that it would take me off my feet if I was to try and walk to the gym and that, because it is so loud. And see, because I've got a loft bedroom, oh, such a disrupted sleep. Oh, that's a red light. Can't multitask. Who likes my new hat? Got it in the Gymshark sale. It was a bargain and I was choking for a beige hat. I didn't have one. I always had a navy one, and I like navy, but apparently black and navy don't go. I didn't really know that, but fashion police know that. Oh, I'm such a good driver. And the real reason why I started going to the gym at 6 AM is because I wanted to go when the roads are quiet, in case I have to drive. Whereas if I was to go later on in the evening, like 4 or 5, I honestly think I could. Why is there someone literally right up my bum? Ugh, I hate the public. I'll literally park the furthest spot I can, because I'd much rather park far away and have to walk to my car than park closer to the gym and have to navigate my way between 2 cars. No thank you. That gives me heart palpitations. Oh, I literally always look like such a riot coming in. Right, let's do this. Aim is to be super duper fast, in and out with under 45 minutes, because then by the time I'm done, hopefully the roads won't be busy. Let's smash it. Home and iced coffee in hand. Just look at how beautiful this is. Colour is immaculate. And it was a shot from my Nespresso, so it wasn't the instant stuff you mix, so I've really treated myself today. I'm going to show you some videos that we took last night trying to get Nova to walk on her back legs, and honestly, she should be in the circus. She is such a clever puppy. You're such a clever puppy. Obviously, when I wasn't filming, she walked the whole length of the kitchen, the whole length of the hall. She absolutely aced it. She was just trotting behind and she was at a good pace. When she did that, I was like, I need to be filming this because this puppy needs to be seen by everyone and her many talents. She was so good! You're so clever. She's just so adorable. So I've seen this Channing Tatum interview where the interviewer asks if he's had any particular roles that he wasn't like well equipped for, as in he didn't really know too much about it. He was just sort of like winging it. Then he proceeded to say there was this film about soccer that he didn't really know too much about.
Have you ever faked a skill to land a job?
I did like a movie about soccer, and I think I definitely, it wasn't about soccer, I played soccer in it, and I definitely let on a little bit more that I could play soccer than I actually could.
In reference, he's talking about She's the Man, aka in my top 3 favourite films, She's the Man is in it. I love that film so much. It literally shaped part of my childhood, and I basically saw this TikTok of a girl stitching the interview, and she said the exact same to me. She was like, "Excuse me, sir, a film about soccer? Are you kidding me?" She was like, "That is one of the best films ever made. How can he just shrug that off like it was nothing?" I actually had on the She's the Man soundtrack today in the gym, just some songs from it, because some of them absolutely slap. And that's fact. Honestly, if you were to listen to my headphones during my gym session, you would think, what on earth? 1 minute I've got Blink 182, then it's Fred again, then it's songs from Teen Beach Movie, High School Musical, Hannah Montana, Mamma Mia, finishing off with a little Victorious, Five Fingers to the Face. Honestly, it is the biggest concoction of songs, but anything to get you through the session, I suppose. I'd be such a great DJ. DM me, I'm available for bookings. It got me thinking though, how hard it would be if your job was film soundtracks. Like, that's such a hard job, because let's face it, a soundtrack can make or break a film. If you're watching a film with a banging soundtrack, you're more likely to remember it. Like, so for example, a film that has a really great soundtrack, Shrek 2. Shrek 2 has great songs on it. Won't you take me to funk it down? whenever I hear that song, my brain automatically goes to Shrek 2, driving through the town far, far and away. So it's quite obvious that Nova has separation anxiety because she was all cosy wozy in her bed. Then the second I sit in the living room, she wakes herself up and comes up beside me and cuddles into me. When we're not in the house, she is an independent queen and can sleep by herself, but I think she just likes being close to you if you're in the house. She's so adorable. I'm gonna tell you a really weird situation that happened when I was on holiday. I personally think it was supposed to happen for a reason. I'm not really superstitious, but with this situation, I think that it was all meant to fall into place. So for context, last April we lost my Nana really suddenly. She wasn't ill, she was pretty much on the mend, and then just went downhill rapidly, and it was within the space of like 24 hours. Like, she was here one minute and gone the next, so it was really traumatic. You didn't get a chance to say bye or anything, so we all, as you would, that's you take that really hard. Like, I'm still grieving, I'm still coming to terms with it and stuff, so it's like such a touchy subject. Like, I'm so emotionally connected, as you would be. But when we were on holiday, we were going to the shop, just like leaving the hotel to go to the shop, and walking up the ramp of the hotel was this lady who was the spit of my Nana. And I don't just mean like they both had red hair or they both had glasses. I'm talking, honestly, my breath went away from me. I thought I had seen a ghost. I was like, everything from the skin complexion to like the wrinkles on the face to the hair cut, colour, glasses. The only thing I think that was different was the height. My Nana was small, this lady was slightly taller, and it seriously took the feet from me. I couldn't stop staring at her. Like, any time I passed her in the hotel, I would just be standing gawking at her, and I was like, I really hope this lady isn't noticing me look at her, because she'll be probably thinking, who the heck is this girl like giving me daggers all the time? When I wasn't. I was just in disbelief, to be honest. Like, I couldn't believe it. I would like to insert a photo, but obviously I'm not going to do that because I just so happened to have caught the lady in the back of a video when I was filming entertainment, and I like showed my aunt the screenshot, and I was like, how much do you think this lady looks like Nana? And she started crying, and she was like, Joanne, like, she literally is the spit. Like, it really did take us all by surprise. Like, what are the chances that anywhere in Spain, let alone this one particular hotel in Torremolinos, where there's hundreds of other hotels, we're both there the same week when she's literally a doppelganger? So I feel like that was a sign from my Nana saying, just know I'm always here. That's what I'm thinking, or like to take away from it. But I would be kicking myself if I didn't say anything to the lady. Like, I was sitting thinking, is it weird if I say something? And I thought to myself, no, because see if someone came up to me and said, really sorry, this is kind of weird, but you look like someone who I love dearly and they passed away. Like, I personally would find that weird. I would see that as comfortable. Like, I was like, oh, that person's probably getting something from seeing me looking like the person that they loved who's passed. So one night at the entertainment, she was sitting at the table pretty much beside us. Did I choose that table intentionally? Yes, I did. So after a few Spanish measure mojitos, and when I say this is an example of how the bartender poured the mojito: cup, rum, it was like half the glass was rum, more than half the glass. Then he proceeds to fill it up with the soda water and all the stuff that goes into mojito, puts it in front of us to pay, and goes, because you're on holiday. When I tell you, I'm not even kidding, I mixed it so much, took a sip, it was straight rum. So if you can envision how much alcohol was in my system. Maybe I did have some Dutch courage. Every little helps. So the entertainment had finished up and it was just a matter of time before she was going to leave. And I was like, I don't know when she's going home. Now's my chance. I need to just say something. So I went over, and I used to be so confident, like going over and talking to people who I didn't know. But honestly, see, since like COVID, I think I've gone in on myself a bit, which I know probably a lot of people have. Not as confident as what I was. So as soon as I got over to the table, I was like, I actually need to speak. So I was just like, oh hi, so sorry to bother you. I just thought I would come and say hi. I'm sitting at the table beside, trying to make small talk because I didn't want to look like a weirdo. I was like, where he's from, how long he's here for, when did you arrive, blah blah blah, and they're just talking to me all nice. And I was like, right, okay, Joanne, say it. I was like, you look awfully like my nana. And then they were like, oh no way, that's so funny. Just laughing off. And I was like, right, how do I say the next part? I was like, she actually passed last April. And they were just sort of like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And then I got really emotional and I was just like, oh, I'm only like letting you know because I have been like staring at you in awe every day. Like, so if you saw me looking at you and thought this girl's like a creep, why she's staring at me, that's the reason. And I just said to her, I was like, I can't stop looking at you because I feel some form of comfort towards you. And she like stood up and like gave me a hug. And she like stood up, gave me a hug. And when I tell you, that hug felt like exactly how my nana would give hugs, similar body shapes. And I just like, oh, it was so weird. I couldn't explain it. So I quickly ended the conversation after that because I could tell I could feel myself getting a bit like teary. So I was like, I cannot cry in front of this lady. She think I'm an absolute idiot. And she was just like, oh, I've got grandchildren, like I totally understand how you're feeling. So I was just like, oh, well, have a great holiday, I'll see you around. Then I went back and sat at my table, and I honestly felt such relief when I done it, because see, if I came back and I didn't take that chance to do that, I would be kicking myself. What? Because that's like a 1 in a million chance you're going to come across someone who looks exactly like someone. Like, I know I've got doppelgangers, I think we've all got a doppelganger, but the chances of us running into them or ever seeing them in face to face is like so slim. So what were the chances? I thought I may as well just shoot my shot and say hi. And it paid off because got a lovely hug and a weight lifted off my chest. Right, I need to sort myself out because I'm going to a coffee shop and I'm blooming excited. Absolutely choking for something sweet.
You said, son, you'll remember this day for the rest of your life. I think he's right. Mom said, now you've got something new to write about tonight. I think she's right. I paid my dues and waited my turn.